Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. Yeah, doing a car video for the first time in a few days. Yeah, ha ha ha. Still got a bunch of stuff to do, but I can do it from the car today. Yeah. High maintenance women are the toughest to deal with. High maintenance women. And you know me, I've done several videos talking about how, you don't really need money to get women. You don't really need it. Plenty of dudes getting women out here. But remember, this is an art, not a science. Now, when we talking about high maintenance women, they tough on many levels. First of all, yeah, you gotta have money. You gotta have all of that. And you gotta look good too. And you better be satisfying them in the bedroom. The bedroom. Shoot, high maintenance women, they the toughest. Like people know, like yesterday I talked about the select and non-select, pre-select and all of that. I'm gonna tell you what. When you're talking about just being select, period, right? Got the car on. Just being select, period. Women ain't, they ain't a hard thing. Because a woman might have a select and non-select, right? But they gotta adjust that if they want to get a man. So, they might deal with a man, they can want select all they want, but they can't get a select man. They might have to deal with a non-select man. Or a pre-select man. Or they're going to have to adjust it somewhat, right? That's most women. When you get a high maintenance woman, oh, whatever they want, they want. They want you. You got to have it all. And usually those are the women that Master Teacher BGS will call, oh, damn, they tore that motherfucker down. Sorry, y'all, this is up in the Bel Air area. They tore this big old restaurant down. I didn't think that thing ever come down. They either building something new there or just tearing it down. Anyway, right, check it out. When you're talking about those high level women, those Master Teacher BGS will call them 100 octanes. Now those 100 octanes, if you want to deal with them, your ass got to be a baller, celebrity. You got to be making Masters of the Universe. Probably further than that, you got to be making some money. But that's the thing with those high maintenance women. A high maintenance woman is just that. She's really a high-level acculturated prostitute. You gotta have money for them. Now, I know a lot of guys will say, yeah, I told you. Let's just be real. First of all, most y'all motherfuckers don't have the money for them. Because you gotta have a lot of money. Hey, Popo on a low. You gotta have money for them. And then it's not even just money. If you some like average looking dude with some money, you still ain't gonna get them. Because they can be the pickiest. Because you see that high maintenance woman, those are women, they gonna have beauty. Because first of all, that's a woman's game anyway, beauty. They gotta have beauty. They gotta have beauty, and such a beauty to a point, they're gonna have some motherfuckers pay for that shit, right? They'll have a dude pay for them. Just hand them the wallet. And they gonna be, they the type, you gotta have money to take care of everything. They'll look at you straight up. Shoot, like I'm driving a average car, like a regular woman will still deal with me, right? Regular woman, even above average. But when you talk about high maintenance, shoot, that's when you gotta have everything for them. Shoot, forget looking, shoot, you gotta be Chad for them. You gotta be Chad for them. You gotta be very handsome. You gotta have that money. You gotta be at that high level. You gotta be at that higher level. They the toughest to deal with. And like I said earlier, when you talk about most non-select, select, that whole select, non-select paradigm, most women, I'm saying 90, 95% of them, they can have it, but they'll have to adjust it. They'll have to adjust it because, quite frankly, they ain't gonna get a mate if they stick to it hardcore. The high maintenance woman, she can stick to it hardcore. Cause those the type of women be dealing with those like you see some of those women, they just deal with pro ball players or something, or women just dealing with celebrities or something like that, or very rich men. We ain't talking six figures, because you get some of these women out here talking six figures. No, the number with these high maintenance women start at 7. I'm saying start at 7. If you 8 or even 9, that's even better. But it starts at 7. In fact, some of those high maintenance women, 7 might not be good enough. Depends. Now, the only issue with those high maintenance women is they do have a shelf life. Now, when dudes be talking about a wall or something, those women usually hit a wall. Those women got to get what they're going to get before they hit 30. Even though they can still maintain some beauty or some shit like that. Now, if you get some of those high maintenance women, they'll still maintain some. When they get past 30 or something, they probably ain't getting like that, like 7-figure guy, 8-figure guy, or something like that. Those are dipped down to maybe like some corporate dude or something like that, 92 octane dude. They'll have to dip down. They'll still be picky, but they'll open up a bit more. Because that's the only thing with those, like I said, those high maintenance women, the only way a man is going to give up money like that and spend money like that is she's beautiful. Let's just be real with it. Man ain't giving up money like that or spending money like that. At least most men, regular men, ain't spending money like that unless that woman fine. Now, if he's a motherfucker who spend money like that and the woman is average looking or even ugly, he got some bigger issues with him. But, and it's funny to me, right? Because you get some guys out there, no matter what, they don't want to stay in their lane. They want, and I mentioned the lane yesterday, and I'll be mentioning the lane a bit more. They don't want to stay in their lane. They literally want supermodel of the world. But I'm like, dude, you don't have enough game for them. Because, like I said, those are the ones who definitely you gotta have money. Like, you get some women who may be above average, as long as you click with their personality. But, shoot, you get those money ones. Those are the type who are like, maybe they started off in a poor neighborhood and they only going for those millionaires or something. Like I said, they really acculturated prostitutes. Because they'll tell you, they'll let you know how much money you got to have to get them and do whatever with them. They'll let you know. They ain't playing around. They are not playing around with it. And that's the thing. It is funny, too. It is funny to me that you get some, like, regular guys be wanting women like that. I'm like, dude, nah. Because like I said, they shoot. First of all, their selection, they don't dip down in their selection criteria. And you get some guys thinking women like that to go for Pookie and Ray Ray and say, no, they won't. No, they won't. They don't have the money to go for Pookie. Pookie and Ray Ray don't got the money to get those women. Those women will be like, hey, you got to get my hair done. You got to have this car. You might be cool with them otherwise, but you driving some regular car, those women, you gotta have money to deal with them. Shoot, some of them even become like sugar babies and stuff like that. And those women, come on, it's beauty. It's beauty. Like I said, they usually got a shelf life though. Usually, they'll look decent. like they'll still look decent in their 30s and 40s, but if they haven't locked a man down, got his baby or anything, like one of those pro players down or really rich men, that's pretty much it for them. That's pretty much it for them. That's why you get some older women, they pissed off. They be getting, certain women be getting into their 50s talking about they want young boys. I ain't calling any names, but let's just say somebody's been in the news lately talking about they just want young men. And I was like, nah, you just didn't get what you could when you could. Oh, they ones that deep. Thing with the high maintenance woman, they already know they can get D and everything. They already know it. All they do is just step out. They can just walk. They can just walk out on their porch or something, cross their legs. That's all they need to do. So they ain't pressed about it. They know they can get whatever. They can go whatever and everything. But they know they got what they got. Like I said, they do have only their biggest weakness is they gotta get what they got. They can get before the age of 30. Because let's be real with it. If a man got 7 figures and he going for beauty, and I ain't talking about some of these billionaires get a regular woman. They actually smart. They just get a woman down for them. I'm talking about some of these guys get money and they feel like they should have that trophy. Shit, they getting a young girl. They ain't even dealing with one of these like older women or something like that. Because they looking for that trophy. But see, the trophies, the women who know they on that trophy level, those high maintenance ones, shit, they gonna get everything they can. Like I said, sugar babies, they know they getting a place, and shoot, some of the smarter ones, they'll make sure that they got they'll get all the money they can, get a place to live, save some money, might even have a guy hook them up with business, start them on business or something. And as far as having sex with a guy, shoot, those high maintenance women, it's like, let me shout out Cousin T-Talk, because what he famously said, sex is like a handshake for like women. He said women, I'll say most women, but sex is like a handshake. Shoot, they giving up beauty, the man giving up money and shit. Those only ones though. Because let me be clear, because I know somebody get on there and say, I do it, chicken, but I say specifically high maintenance women. I say 90 to 95% of women ain't on that level. You can get them, just click with them. But you get those women real beautiful. They real beautiful, got the killer body, got that mindset. That's the main thing, the mindset. They know how to use that beauty. Like I know a woman now. She got a fat old ass. I said, she would have been dangerous if she knew how to really use it. She had that type of ass on her, big round ass, naturally round. She ain't need no BBL, but she ain't know how to use it. Thankfully, thankfully. Yeah. As if she did, boom. But you get those high maintenance women, they know how to use their beauty, their body, everything. Got their mindset. Like high level acculturated prostitutes, or as the Honorable Pimp guy would call them, acceptable hoes. They know it. They the toughest to deal with. And I'm gonna be real. I know some dudes will say, well, how can I get one of them? Dude, if you ain't making 7 figures, give it up. Seriously, just don't even think about it, all right? The best you can get is one of these above average women out here. Like, don't even think about it. If you ain't making 7 figures, if your ass, especially, like all that shit people talking like about looks, height, all that stuff, that's usually for high maintenance women any damn way. Now, I know somebody will say, well, you got women acting like it. First of all, you don't get in play. If you run into one of those like women and they average looking or just above average looking, acting like they want like, some super fine woman and stuff. Acting like they want some super fly woman or they act like you got to be this or that. You just don't deal with them. You don't deal with them. Because seriously, think about some of these women who are like groupies and stuff, right? Think about some of these women who are groupies. Yeah, when you see them, you see how they are and everything. You see how they are. You don't want to look. You see what they look like. You see what these pro ball players be dealing with, or some of these superstars, some of these very rich men, the men who could fly women out to Dubai and all of that. Shoot, those high maintenance ones, man. It was like, you might like them, they might be cute to you, but there ain't no tricks to getting them. Unless you get one. Well, no. If you get one who, for whatever reason, she ain't looking for that money or something like that. She ain't looking for that money or something like that. You could probably get her for free. But you get the ones who are cold calculating. They know where to find the men with the money. They know where to hang out with. They can be difficult. If you ain't on that level, you can just get that shit up. You can just get that shit up. Don't even like think about it. And here's the thing, though. There's only a small percentage of them. You know, and that was moved to talk about it because you get some guys are scared of those high maintenance women. I'm just being real. Most guys ain't at that level to even like get the attention of them. Most guys ain't at that level to get the attention, so you don't have to worry about that. And you probably won't run into one. Now, if you some 7-figure dude or something, oh yeah, you gotta pay attention to that. Now, if you are a 7-figure dude, yeah, you gotta pay attention to all of that. You gotta pay attention because you gotta think, okay, what's this woman talking about? Like, I be seeing some of these prank videos, and I know they prank videos about this guy be trying to talk to women on the street, and then a couple guys. And then they get in their car, all of a sudden the woman's friendly. First of all, they prank videos because, yeah, they just happen to be walking around and meet this woman on the street or something. Come on now, come on. But I see the point in it. And you get some women get all happy and all of that. First of all, most of those women ain't all that anyway, in my view. I'm talking about those women, they just on another level and everything. And got the mindset to get money out of a guy. Because guys been pretty much offering them money since they were little. Get some guys, some of these women been picked up at, they in high school being picked up by some dude driving a Mercedes and shit. I mean, it's a trip. It's a trip. But yeah, they the toughest to deal with. And whatever their selection criteria is, they don't dip down anything. So, anyway, y'all. Man, that's all I got for today. This is a quick one. I try to make them quick sometimes. Depends on the flow. But anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace.